because in this cryptocurrency market, the success case is astronomical. The success case for any of these assets is well over a 1000x, meaning $1,000 invested turns into $1 million. What's up guys, Kevin Cage back with another XRP update. I hope you all had a phenomenal weekend. So in this video, we're going to give a little ripple rant. We're going to look at the XRP price chart along with a few other assets. And I'd like to share some very interesting information. So first off, I absolutely love this picture, the SEC case in the dam beginning to break. Trickle, trickle, flood. As we had one of these State Street executives specifically say this would happen for the cryptocurrency market. This was posted last year. Nobody believed it. And what happened? Bitcoin goes from $3K to $64,000. He goes on to say, in terms of institutional interest, digital assets will trickle, 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 then flood. And this is just the beginning. And of course, guys, be sure to subscribe to my second channel. I will be uploading content there shortly. And the managing director of State Street is Mr. J. Biancamano. And this isn't just anybody, guys. This is one of the world's largest custody banks that holds more than $30 trillion, or more than 10% of the world's total assets. Getting ready for blockchain, and this is back in 2020. And Mr. J. Biancamano here is State Street's head of digital assets and blockchain and capital markets. This is big money. And I'm certain that a lot of the OGs on this channel remember a lot of the dot connecting and connections between State Street and a few blockchain-based companies, wink wink. So the sentiment overall is pretty low on crypto Twitter. I find it to be really interesting. As we know, market sentiment is a hell of a thing. Do you remember just a couple months ago, April 1st, we started running up, XRP was at 57 cents. We go nearly topping out at $1.80, almost $2. And guess what I remember seeing? Everybody was saying, oh my gosh, I just wish there was a pullback so I could buy more. I wish I bought more. I knew it was good. I know it was going to go to $1. I just wish I got more. Then the pullback happens. We go to 50 cents. Nobody wants it. Everybody says it's going to zero. And yet we never learn. Just some food for thought. And kindly remember that just because price is down for a variety of assets, maybe from their recent all-time high during this bullish cycle, it does not mean the asset is a scam. Fundamentals are still intact, and everything you know still exists. Just because price goes down does not mean you have to throw everything you've learned and all the fundamentals out the window. And that's the way most people think, and that's why they probably don't make it that far. As Warren Buffett says, the stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. AKA, from those that don't really want it to those that truly earn it. And for those of you that do remember, there was in fact 2 giant bull runs in 2013, and many assets are actually mirroring Bitcoin currently. Of course, you recall the bullish cycle kind of beginning, going parabolic. Then out of nowhere, Bitcoin crashed. Wick to wick, we're looking at 80%, maybe even a 75% correction. Emotions were down. It then began working on a V-shaped recovery to do an additional parabolic move and then entering the bear market. Next up, guys, I did in fact update my cover photo to show my top 8 holds for crypto. So really quick, just sharing, we have DAG, API3, XRP of course, QNT, Flare the Spark token once it's live. We have HBAR, Algo, and ADA. If you have any assets you would like iTrustCapital to add, be sure to tag iTrustCapital and myself on Twitter. If I see it, I will absolutely retweet it. And let us know which assets you would like added in the future. iTrustCapital goes on to say the future of finance is built on blockchain tech and digital assets. It's that simple, it really is. And of course, the links are in the top of this video description to get your first month free and have cryptocurrency and even precious metals in your Roth IRA, which is entirely tax-free. And another quick fun fact, why are IRAs such a big deal? Well, on iTrustCapital's YouTube channel, they even go on to share $9 trillion are in IRAs today, individual retirement accounts, and they account for essentially 1/3 of all funds in retirement in the US, which is $27 trillion. Why does that excite me? Because today, iTrustCapital is already the world's largest crypto IRA platform with over $1 billion. So I'm wishing them massive success. And I would absolutely love a bigger chunk of the trillions of dollars in IRAs today to come into the cryptocurrency market. And FYI, so I'm just consolidating my holdings. I still hold some Filecoin, Ethereum, Energy Web Token, VeChain, XDC, what else? A little XLM, things like that. But I just wanted to consolidate my holdings and focus on maybe 6 to 8 assets so that I can just more so easily track everything. So this is just my personal preference. There's no right way, there is just your way. So do what is best for you guys. You don't have to hold all of these assets to be successful. My advice, not financial advice, is to find just a few assets that you believe in, that you believe will survive the long term. Because in this cryptocurrency market, the success case is astronomical. We are talking 1000x. The success case for any of these assets is well over a 1000x, meaning $1,000 invested turns into $1 million. Next up, we have the boys in blue on the right-hand side. So we have the XRP price chart on the far right. Now, just looking at these retracements and measuring from its recent all-time high price of $1.96, $1.97, we can see API3 topped out at almost $11, and then even DAG topping out at almost 11 cents. So these assets were actually very similar. And then we saw this massive crash. And now all I care about as an investor, I don't care about price. I don't care if it's worth a penny. I don't care if it's worth $100. All we care about is the percent on our money, the ROI. As we can see in the far right, API3 is up 30% today, finally waking up. And I was expecting this because why? Well, we had a variety of other assets showing us signs of life, and that's what we are looking for. Per DAG, even waking up since its bottom wick, DAG has pumped almost 200%. Absolutely beautiful. So looking at XRP and API3, hypothetically, to get back up to those prices, we would be looking at a 200% pump, which ideally is a 3x your investment because it's 200% increase plus the initial investment. So we're looking at a 3x, 3.5x if these assets were to return to these previous highs. Now let's turn the lights on and see how they reacted per their Fibonacci retracement levels as well. Swing high, swing low, we can see that DAG has been soaring all the way up to the 618, actually closing and having 2 wicks right around this level. And XRP is still below the 236. So does this mean that DAG is ahead? Next up is API3 showing signs of life, and then XRP will get this move up? Well, I guess we're going to find out in the weeks ahead. But if we do see that XRP starts coming up to even just the 382, which is a very easy retracement to achieve, we're looking at roughly $1 per XRP. And hypothetically, if I entered a position today at XRP at say 65 cents, we'd be looking all the way up to the 382. Let's be conservative and just say take profit at $1. You'd be looking at over a 50% return if you're willing to wait for that. As we can see, DAG has easily surpassed the 382. We can see that API3 seems to be en route to it. And XRP is still below the 236 like many other assets. However, if you believe that DAG is leading the way, API3 is in second place, and then XRP, my bet would be on XRP, a highly liquid digital asset. And hypothetically, if I were to take this trade at say 65 cents, we'll go even higher, and ride it up merely to maybe the 236. I could take profit before the 236 at maybe 84 cents for an easy 30% return. If I wanted to hold longer and maybe sell the other half before the 382, I could potentially get a 60% return right there. So maybe I sell 50 here and 50% here, and then you average out that percentage of return too. So just like we dollar cost average, we can stagger our sells out and do limit sell orders and actually get a higher return than if we just took a 100% profit right here. Rather than just taking 100% of our money out right at the 236, we save half for later, in case those higher prices are reached. Next up, let's turn the pivots on and see how these assets react. So DAG wicked through the S1 and came right up to the pivot point. And these are Fibonacci pivots. We can see API3 on the daily came to S2, is breaking through S1, and we'll see if we can make it up to that pivot. And XRP is below the S1, and its pivot would be around $1.15, give or take. So now looking at these Fibonacci pivots plus the Fibonacci retracement, we can kind of gauge some targets. So you can look at a variety of these pivots, you can look at these retracement levels, and then use confluences like support and resistance. And looking at Bitcoin, did Bitcoin surpass and create a higher high? Will XRP do the same thing? Or do we just want to be conservative here and look to take profit in the lower 80s? And then get back on the sidelines and observe the next opportunity. Just a few things to consider. Next up, I wanted to highlight this shared by the Oracle. Now notice, they call XRP a virtual currency, just like the Department of Justice and FinCEN did back in 2015. Yet the SEC disagrees. Right here, the Oracle sharing this, the federalregister.gov website, the documents available here, and yes, I am aware that this is from 2020, but listen up. Right here on the Federal Register, remittance transfers under the Electronic Fund Transfer Act Regulation E. And of course, you can see when this was effective. And interestingly enough, they mention XRP, the continued growth and expanding partnerships of virtual currency companies, such as Ripple, which offer both a payments messaging platform, xCurrent, to support cross-border money transfer services, as well as a virtual currency, XRP, which can be used to effect settlement of those transfers. The Bureau also believes that expanded adoption of Swift's GPI, and they stole that from Ripple's xCurrent, by the way, or Ripple's suite of products could similarly allow banks and credit unions to know the exact final amount that recipients of remittance transfers will receive before they are sent. And also, just to clarify, guys, we have CryptoSec sharing this. Now, remember, the FCA, this is the UK's FCA, the Financial Conduct Authority. They're one of the countries and organizations, actually, well, UK is one of the countries, including Switzerland, Singapore, Japan, that have declared XRP to not be a security. So FCA of the UK declared XRP to not not be a security. And CryptoSec just sharing some information, seeing a lot of misinformation being reported regarding Binance, one of the largest exchanges in the world. They have not had a complete ban in the United Kingdom. They are just not allowed to trade derivatives in the UK because the UK banned all crypto derivatives on the 6th of January this year. And I remember going over that. And here's the quote, an actual post of fca.org.uk. In quotes, due to the imposition of requirements by the FCA, Binance Markets Limited is not currently permitted to undertake any regulated activities without the prior written consent of the Financial Conduct Authority. And lastly, and most importantly for this video today, guys, we have a fellow XRP community member that wanted to bring some awareness to phishing scams in the cryptocurrency market. So unfortunately, he lost 5 figures in a phishing scam. I reached out as soon as I saw this. Fortunately, he did not lose any XRP, but he did lose a handful of other digital assets. If anybody can be helpful in terms of forensics and looking up things, I know XRP Forensics is a great Twitter page for XRP hacks and scammers. The assets he lost are not XRP related, they're on different blockchains. If anybody can help Richie Rich, it would greatly be appreciated to track down those wallet addresses that got away with his crypto assets because they got his seed phrase. His handle is RichieRich65, so it'd be greatly appreciated. Any and all help is welcome. And so now he goes on to explain what specifically happened. So guys, please be safe. We're gonna go over a few security precautions in this video. If it helps just one person, it will be well worth it. So typically, of course, I leverage a virtual private network on all devices, whether that's my mobile device, my desktop, laptop, etc. But then also, you make sure that you have some anti-malware that's scanning as well. And last but not least, beware of any type of phishing attacks where they try to get your private keys or your seed phrase or your recovery phrase. If it's a Ledger Nano wallet and they're trying to get your 24 words, do not give it to them. Provided you keep those words safe, your crypto will be safe. So he has Trust Wallet, and I also use Trust Wallet. It's a free app as well. However, he downloaded a Chrome extension, which was the scam. So he was assuming this would be MetaMask. It had over 3,000 plus users and 4.5 stars. He entered his seed phrase, and it was sucked dry. This makes me nauseous thinking about that. So please, I just hope nobody else falls for this, and I just wanted to spread some awareness. And so here's a picture of the extension that is in fact a scam. Trust Wallet Sim CX. And we'll finish up with a few security precautions, guys, and if anybody can reach out to Richie, it'd be greatly appreciated. So, James Rule XRP, a few crypto security tips. 2-factor authentication, guys, on all exchanges using maybe an app like Google Authenticator. Do not use 2-factor authentication with your cell phone provider because you could fall victim to SIM swaps. And also, of course, basic security precautions. Cybersecurity is like an onion. You can always add more layers. So never take photos of your passwords, your seed phrases, your recovery phrase at all, because that's stored electronically. If any hacker gets that picture, they can take your crypto like that and dry your account. Do not click on any suspicious links that you receive via email or texts. There are some scam emails and even texts that I get saying that my crypto exchange withdrawal request has been approved. Do not click those links, and never send crypto to an unknown address. There's plenty of scams that are rampant in the YouTube comments, along with Telegram, Twitter, you name it. So please be safe. Knowledge is power in this case. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and sub, and I will catch you in the next one.